Hey folks, this is IOEther, and we're back playing some more World of Tanks. So this is the BDR. This is a game on Siegfried Line. It's tier 5 and it's an encounter battle. Okay, for a sec I didn't think we had sound. Now, I'm sorry, I'm never going to be able to pronounce your name, so I'm just going to call you Pitts, okay? Because I will massacre your full name if I try to pronounce it. I'm really sorry about that. Anyways, so I found this game on Duckster, and I wanted to show you guys because this is one of the tanks I hated the most grinding through. But there are moments when playing this tank that are the most fun you can ever imagine, and finding somebody else who had managed to get a replay like this, I had to show you guys this. So you can see that currently they're just moving in towards the city. Not a whole lot is going on except a whole bunch of people are shooting at that scout way over there. As a general rule, don't worry about the scout. Yes, he's letting you know you're never going to get a shot on him. Not one that matters anyway. Not unless you sit there and pay attention to just him for like 5 minutes. It's not worth it. You might as well move up and say, get a cover, move around him, then worry about him. Okay, so that was the Modder 38T. I don't know some of these tanks. I haven't actually played any of 8.9 yet. Been too busy reporting 8.8 games. So the medium 2 is the British tank, and it's caught out in the open. It's totally dead. If somebody can put a shot into it, it's just gonna die. Okay. Yep. Medium 3, my bad. It's a tier 3, yeah. Horrible, horrible little tank. Okay. So as you can see right now, our platoon are the only ones that have gotten any kills. And that scout that was out front is still alive. Now, our platoon is going to push into the center of the town. We're going to secure the cat and try and move through. The KV-1 should be protecting our backside. That's going to let Pitts do work in his BDR. And if you can let this gun just start firing away without anyone shooting back at you, this gun can do stupid amounts of damage. That poor T-28 had never stood a chance. Same as this Panzer IV. If he's not careful, he's just going to get dead without ever knowing what hit him. Okay. And the Martyr again. It's just dead. Oh, he didn't die from one shot. Wow, kind of surprised. But if he doesn't get out of there, no, he's just dead, isn't he? Oh, he's using the Panzer IV as cover. That's a really good idea. He obviously knows the BDR is there, but is for some reason ignoring him. Not that helped him any. Okay. That was 4 kills, and now that's a tier 2. Poor guy. This was not his fight. It never was his fight. And that's the thing about the BDR, is that it's a really, really thinly armored. However, the gun is amazing. You can get the 9mm on this thing, you can just dominate battlefields. So now there is only 2 tanks left. There's the KV-1, who's in our platoon, and there's Pitts, and that's it. Now we know the enemy have to come here to win. They either have to come here to cap or to kill us. So there's no point in really going anywhere else. We might as well just find a spot where we can hunker down, and by that I mean guard a flank, because the BDR will never be hold down. Even the turret is easy enough to penetrate that most people can. And the front armor isn't worth discussing. So we know they have to come to us. And the position he's put himself in means he's more or less already safe. Unless the arty is in K0, it's not going to be able to get a clean shot on him. So he doesn't have to worry about that. What he has to worry most about is people coming down the 9 line or the 0 line towards him. Because that's the only place he is really exposed from. Okay, so somebody's shooting at our counterpart, but he's still okay. That was probably an arty shot. Just fired at random into the cap. Okay, Panzer 3-4. Deadly little tank if you let it kill you. It will do a lot of damage fairly quickly. And the Martyr again, nah, it's okay. Ooh, that was another arty shot. The thing about the BDR is, like a lot of the bigger tanks in higher tiers, it does take a long time to aim in. But you get that kind of result when you let it aim in. Now, he's eating a lot of track shots. Whereas most BDRs really absorb these through its hull. This M5 is just doing track damage instead of doing real hull damage, which it actually could with its howitzer. If it got up right close to him and put a shot into his back or his side, it could penetrate and do full damage, which is really scary. Now, unfortunately, Pitts is in a bad spot here. He can't leave the M5 alone on his side. Oop, that was the M5 missing. But he also can't leave the 3-4 ahead of him alone. Now you see he already has his Top Gun in the bag. He's just going to try and work on... Oh, I'm supposed he'd like a Radley Walters. See if he can get it. Hold down this tank. Isn't an epic, but it's still a good idea. The front armor of this thing isn't anything you care about, so that Stug is firing into the Martyr 2, unfortunately, instead of shooting the BDR. I'm not sure what this strategy is about for the Stug. That's a really good way to still get dead. Here we go. KV-1 friendly came in and finished off the Stug while it wasn't paying attention. Good job. Now the M5 is over there all alone. No point in not going for it. Now, I haven't seen the Excelsior all battle. I get the bad feeling it's AFK, and that'd be really unfortunate. But, you know, oh well. And they're already still firing away, so you do want to be careful. Want to remain already safe as much as possible. Yeah. Yeah, these guys are never going to catch the M5 unless the M5 does something stupid, or they cut it off. Might be able to get a shot in here as it sprints across the open. No, for some reason it has stopped. Now, if I was the M5, I could see stopping and then spinning around and coming back the way you just left. Basically, backtracking. I can understand that, as that would definitely throw the enemy off. And there's the arty just firing randomly into the cap circle, figuring he knows where people are trying to hide, which is why our guys are going to continue to move. Oh no, we found the Excelsior. He's not been AFK, he's just been wandering across the field trying to get to the action. Probably has a damaged engine or something, so he's not moving as fast as he'd like to. Unfortunately, this is a BDR. Excelsior armor isn't going to save you. Arty finally hit something and killed our KV-1 buddy. So now it is M5 and Arty versus a BDR. And this is actually a really dangerous position, because the M5 can get around him, and if the M5 does, it can kill him. But the M5 is also just going to light him for Arty, and Arty can more than definitely kill him, even with a couple of splash damage hits at this point in time. The BDR armor is so thin on the sides and rear, and the top, that it is just not worth mentioning. It's like 30 or something at tier 5. For a heavy tank, this is not helpful in the slightest. So Pitts is hoping to get around behind the M5 for the M5 to still be looking the way he was and not expect him to be coming from this direction. He's hoping the M5 isn't expecting an aggressive BDR attack. Oh, look at that! We found their arty. You can't really hit their arty, but we found it. So now he has to be really, really careful, because if he saw the arty saw him. And if that happened, then the M5 will be on its way. There's the M5 on our map. You can see him just beside the cap. Nice shot. Good decision. Good prioritization. Yeah, prioritization. That's the word. And the M5 is shouting that someone should cap. I wonder if he realizes he's the only one left. I don't know. That's our pools in the bag, so now you just gotta hunt down an M5. Oh. Now sadly, I get the bad feeling this guy is going to try and run. Though, I hope he's a good enough player to realize that he can kill the BDR. Because I'd really like to see this as not just a cap out. I'd really like to see a draw a duel. Yeah. We're gonna speed this up a little bit. Wait for the M5 to come back. Now it's possible that the M5 is gonna do a duel and it's trying to get the element of surprise, which means getting way out there and then coming back, maybe coming down the G line and trying to take the BDR from an angle it doesn't expect. And that's exactly what he tried to do, except he tried to come from down the D line and was spotted as he crossed about the D8 area. There's an opening between those two sets of buildings, and he was lit. I guess he didn't have Sixth Sense and didn't know he was lit. Great game. Unfortunately, this is the only record we have of that game. When the game was uploaded to wootreplay.com, it glitched and no scores were shown at all. This is the only record we have of what happened, so I can't tell you how much credits he earned or how much experience he earned if he had premium or whatever else, okay? The only things I can tell you is the amount of damage he did. 2,141 damage, 11 kills in a BDR. That's incredible, and I've never seen a BDR do anything like that. I've never seen a pools medal in a BDR, but that was an amazing game to watch. A base experience of 1,478. Now that means that if he was premium, that would have been about a 2,100 XP game. If it was, the first one of the day, then that would have been up in the 3,000-4,000s, depending if he had premium or not. Now you see he had 4 battle medals. Obviously that's Steel Wall, Top Gun, Pools medal, and of course, Crucial Contribution. Now, speaking of Crucial Contribution, you'll notice who got the kills on that game? His platoon. No one else got any kills. Not many other people even did damage. Half of our team did less than 27 damage. And 2/3 of our team did less than 300 damage. That's crazy. That's crazy. He more than carried this game. Without him, this game would have been a total wash. Thank you, Pitt, so much for saying this in. I really wish I could have actually shown off the real stats you actually made. But again, Woot replays, glitches happen, right? I mean, Pitts, thank you so much for saying this, and it was a really epic game to watch, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching this and hitting that like or subscribe button. I will see you guys next time. This is IO Ether out.